Well, good evening, end of watch family, beyond the Call of Duty family and friends. This is Ray coming to you tonight from Stockton, California. We are at the end of day number 3, and I have the privilege and the honor of doing our live tonight and tomorrow night because JC is back home watching his daughter graduate high school tonight. So blessings to JC and his family as he's home taking care of them, and we're out here taking care of these wonderful families on the beginning part of our mission, the end of day 3 of the 2021 Ride to Remember. So let's go into our sponsor video. Let's start off with some sponsors here and give a shout out to these. It's a new promo sponsorship video that Chris has put together for us, and kind of gives you a glimpse of some of the people and some of the generous sponsors that make this mission possible and make what we do possible from a financial standpoint. 2 sponsors that we want to highlight tonight. We want to start off, and we want to make sure we talk about one of our gold sponsors. I get to pull up here. Dave Smith, GMC in Kellogg, Idaho. Again, one of our gold sponsors, and Dave Smith's been a sponsor of ours for the last couple years, so we're glad to have them on board. Thank you very much to Dave Smith. The other sponsor we want to talk to, I mentioned tonight, is Combat First Aid, and their website's there at the bottom. They are a silver sponsor for us this year, and again, we appreciate all of our sponsors, but want to make sure we give a special shout out to these guys tonight, to Dave Smith and Combat First Aid. So let's talk about day number 3. I'm going to start off by talking about the night of day number 2. So we made it down to Medford, Oregon last night, and long day, but very powerful, very emotional day. Nice ride down to Medford, but we got set up, we got bedded down, and started cooking some dinner, and realized that the lights in the parking lot were a special color, and they were actually blue. And as we go across the country and as we travel, Best Western is not an official sponsor of ours. However, we use Best Westerns whenever we can, wherever we travel. So let's call them a partner. But I got to show you this picture that we took last night, looking down on a memorial as it sat in the parking lot. And there are 608 heroes on that trailer, lit up in blue, in a parking lot in Medford, Oregon. It was truly just an amazing sight to see, and we snapped the picture, and we just needed to share that with you guys, because again, it was just one of those moments that we weren't expecting, and they just happened. So it was really kind of special. Let me see. I got a bunch of comments. I want to make sure people can hear me. Let's look at comments. Okay. Yes. Okay. So people can't hear what's going on. Awesome. Cool. I know JC had some issues with the audio before. So anyway, before we get into today, we've talked about our sponsors. And again, those of you watching, those of you out there that are able to, we have sponsorships available. This is something that needs to happen every year. So we're not constantly out here begging for people to sponsor, but you know what? If you know somebody, if you know an organization, if you know a company, we are a 501c3, and it's a tax write-off. And as we go through this mission this summer, you watch these broadcasts, whether JC does them or I do them or whoever, we talk about the families that we make an impact to and that we make an impact on, and we take a little piece of that pain away from them. That's what this is all about. So again, if you have sponsors, please reach out to us. We'll definitely put them in touch with the right people, and we'll get them set up, and we would love to talk about them and add them to our truck as a sponsor. So all right, before we get into today, there's a couple other pictures. We actually got a message. I don't know whether JC got a text message or an email or Facebook Messenger. I'm not sure, but as you guys are aware, we give a lot of money back to departments and families in different ways. And, we were honored to provide the Walker County Sheriff's Office in Georgia with a canine and the training for a handler. And so we got some pictures back from Walker County in Georgia from the Sheriff's Office. So this is Deputy PJ Doyle and K9 Rudy, and they are the ones that Beyond the Call of Duty and End of Watch sponsored and paid for to have Walker County be able to have a canine unit. So there's one picture, and then this is the other one that they sent here with Rudy and Deputy Doyle. Hard at work. So again, this just gives you an idea that, our mission is not just traveling the country with this beautiful memorial, but it goes much beyond, and we make sure that we provide for the departments and the families that need, and wherever that need may be, we will do what we can do. So that's the big picture stuff. So now let's get down to today. So we started today off, we left Medford, Oregon, and we headed south. A couple-hour drive, absolutely gorgeous ride through the mountains in Northern California. Just the sky was blue. There were clouds in the sky. The mountains were gorgeous. It was great motorcycle riding, but it just gave us time to reflect as we traveled through these mountains about how powerful God is and what he creates and how he has his hand in everything. And even this mission that we're on to comfort these families, he's with us everywhere we go. And it was just kind of a neat ride in. So we got to Sacramento, and we were at Sacramento to honor and remember Deputy Adam Gibson from the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department in Sacramento. And he was a Marine Corps veteran, and his end of watch was January 18th of 2021. We had an absolutely amazing turnout. The department came out, family came out, friends came out, officers came from other agencies that knew Adam or were part of the services when his end of watch happened. It was just an absolutely amazing stop. The undersheriff and the sheriff both came out and spoke a little bit. Had a chance to meet his wife, Rachel, and just talk a lot about, just where she's at and where she's coming and where she's going. And it was just really an amazing stop. They came out in full force and supported. And many of us looked at each other and just, this is why we do what we do. When we see how this impacts the other deputies and the other officers and the other agencies, this area was just amazing. While we were there in Sacramento, memorializing and remembering Adam, there were people asking about stops here that are coming in the next couple of days. Tomorrow for Jimmy Inn down in Fresno, here in Stockton, and they were asking about the officer that are our second stop today down in Galt. It's amazing in such a populated state how close knit the Blue Line family is over here, and it just really was amazing to see in Sacramento today. It was they came out in full force, and we really loved it. So after we were done in Sacramento, we loaded up and headed down to Galt Police Department. It's only about 25 miles, but it took us a little over an hour just because of this wonderful California traffic. But we arrived at Galt, and we were there to remember and honor Officer Harminder Grewal, and met by the department. Now Galt is a relatively small department, but again, we had off-duty officers there, we had on-duty officers there. They came out to support, and his parents were there, his brother was there, his aunt and uncle was there, and again, just a very close-knit family. And you know what? Let me go back for a second, because I forgot to do something here. So let's go back to Adam Gibson first of all, and let me put his picture up here so you guys can see Adam. I forgot to do that. So Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Adam Gibson. End of watch was 1/18 of 2021. So that was his picture. So when we got to Galt, we were there to honor and remember Officer Harminder Grewal, and his end of watch was August 26th of 2021. And you'll notice here in this picture that he is in his Sikh attire. And I learned something really, really cool today. So as we walked around, and we always make connections, and we always have these moments with the families and with the departments where we learn something about the officer, we learn something about the family or whatever it may be. So he had an absolutely amazing. So I'm going to pull his picture back up here. An absolutely amazing smile and a very unique mustache. So as we got to the department and we started looking, these people were wearing T-shirts in his honor, and it didn't have his picture. All it had was a silhouette of the mustache, and it was really kind of cool because that was just, people remembered him for his smile and his mustache. That we heard that time and time again today. It was really kind of amazing. But as we got a little bit further along, and we did have kind of a communication barrier. His mom and dad did not speak very much English at all. So most of this was done translation through his brother. And his aunt and uncle spoke pretty good English, and we were able to communicate with them as well. But so I got to talking to his brother, and I noticed that on the back of the mustache shirt was this, and it doesn't have his name. It says Deg Teg Fateh. So I asked, I just came out and asked, I said, what does this mean? What, I see this on all these shirts. I said, what does this mean? And again, as we have these moments where we are connecting with the family and we're trying to be there for them, we learn about different families and different cultures and different things. So Deg Teg Fateh is one of the 5 pillars of the Sikh faith. And like, again, going back to his picture, he had his Sikh headwear on. And what that means is it means victory to charity and arms. And it means to protect the oppressed and feed the hungry. So when his brother explained that to me and why that was important was because Harminder was Sikh. This was something that he fulfilled, one of the 5 pillars, by being a police officer. He was there to protect the oppressed, and he was there to feed the hungry. He lived his life to serve other people as a police officer. So I walked away from that learning something about the Sikh faith and learning about what that really meant to Harminder to be a police officer and why that was so passionate to him. So again, little things like that we have as we go along that really just make an impact on us, because it's not just a matter of shaking a hand or giving a hug. It's about learning. It's learning a little bit about them, and learning about the stories. And had I not brought that up, I would have walked away not knowing what that meant. And now I do. And it really was just kind of a special moment. So those were the 2 stops that we had today. And I got to tell you, they were both powerful stops. Galt was a very relatively small department, but they had the community. We pulled up with the memorial, and there were people, just civilians, just people from the community, sitting on the sidewalk waiting for us to pull up with the memorial. And it was really, really an awesome stop. So those were our stops for today. So tomorrow we have 2 stops and some riding to do. Our first stop tomorrow is right here in Stockton. It's at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow for Officer Jimmy Inn. And tonight, as a matter of fact, right before we went live, we were having dinner down in the parking lot. And I walked down, and there was actually an animal control officer from Stockton PD that stopped at a bank next door to where we're at and saw the trailer and came over and was really just honored to be able to kind of have a preview of what she's going to see tomorrow. But she's going to be there with us tomorrow. And she shared with us a little bit about how she knew Jimmy, and they had been on a call together a week before. So again, it's amazing how even in the parking lot of a hotel, we're touching lives and we're making a difference to these survivors, family, as well as fellow officers. And again, this young lady is with Stockton PD as an animal control officer, and she knew Jimmy. She had stories about Jimmy, so it was just neat to have some spend some time with her and learn some of her stories, and we fed her and her husband, and it was just really special. So that's, again, our mission doesn't stop when we get to the hotel. It never ever ends, no matter where we're at, whether it's at a gas station or whether it's in a parking lot of a hotel. We love to share the stories about these 608 heroes that are on this trailer and be there to support all the other people that they left behind. So after Stockton PD tomorrow, we will get on and we'll ride several hours down to Fresno. And at Fresno, we'll be there for two departments. We'll be there for Fresno Police Department and Fresno County Sheriff's Office. It's a joint stop. For corrections officer, and I apologize. I'll learn the proper pronunciation tomorrow, but it's Tawamalama Scanlon. Corrections Officer Juan Cruz Jr. They're both with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office, I believe. And then Sergeant Richard Paul Brown. So those will be the three that we'll be honoring tomorrow in Fresno. And then from there, we will wrap up and we will head down to the Los Angeles area where we'll bed down for the night tomorrow night. And so a couple stops and then a couple 100-mile ride down to LA. So let's go to some comments here real quick. And thank you all. I'm watching the numbers go up, so thank you all very much for watching tonight and for following us, because this is a way for you to stay with us as we travel the country. So Tammy Roberts, hello. Thanks for watching this evening. Hazel Rathably. And some of you I know, some of you I don't. Some of you I'll get to know. Hazel says, "Blessings, blessings, blessings to all." Thank you so much. Keep us in your prayers. You know, we're doing something that unfortunately spends a lot of time on the road with motorcycles, and the prayers for safety are always encouraged, especially this evening. Melissa, I don't know that I'm going to let your husband, Melissa says, good evening. I don't know that I'm going to let your husband come home. Although I know he's deploying, he's too good of a cook, so we need to keep him around. Lance has cooked for us the last couple nights, and the food's been amazing. So thank you for sharing him with us for however long we have him. Billy Reynolds, Billy, thank you for watching tonight. And again, thank you for everything you do to help get the word out about Beyond the Call of Duty and End of Watch. We're looking forward to having Delta show up at some of our stops and show some support with the FIT teams. So Heather Bowman says, good evening. Good evening, Heather. Sherry Wald, good evening. Safe travels. See you in Daytona. We're looking forward to Daytona. That's for those of you who asked, this is a good opportunity. You know, people ask us all the time, you know, well, do you have days off? And the answer is no. We go 7 days a week, typically from 6:30 or 7 a.m. every day until usually it's 7 o'clock, 7:30 by the time we get situated in our hotel. And we go 7 days a week. So we kind of look forward to the days that we have service scheduled for the motorcycles and trucks. Daytona is one of those stops this year, because although it's still not a day off because we have to run vehicles around and shuffle things around, it's a day of not visiting departments. But to answer those questions, we don't have a day off. We will run 79 days straight as we do this mission across the country. So Heather Bowman, thank you to all the sponsors. Absolutely. Again, you know, we can't do this. You know, this unfortunately is something that does cost a lot of money. The cost of fuel this year is 3 times what it was last year. And, you know, that just makes for a very, very expensive summer. So again, absolutely. Thanks to the sponsors and all of you who support us, whether it's through financial or through following us on Facebook or sharing us or whatever. We appreciate it. Denny Arizo, awesome work. Thank you, sir. Tammy Lynn Roberts, thanks to them all. Let's see who else we got here. Sandy Gibson. So thankful for all you do. And again, you know what, Sandy, this is, you know, we've learned that this is not about us. We're humbled to be out here doing this and making this amazing journey. And again, it's all about the families. It's all about the departments that are left behind, making sure that they know that their heroes will not be forgotten, and that we will always remember them. Tammy Lynn Roberts, awesome. Billy Reynolds, that's awesome in blue. I know that the trailer in blue was just awesome last night. Andrea Valarez, Lincoln says hello to everybody. Hi, Lincoln. We miss you. Trust me. I had to do a couple little things on the bikes last night with some tools, and I'm missing you, buddy. There's no question about that. Let's see, who else do we have? Tammy Lynn Roberts again. That's awesome. Chris Ellsworth, nice job stepping in. Thank you, sir. We all do our part to do whatever we have to do. And this is one of those things. So let's see here. I lost you. Eddie Gomez. Hi, Ray. Love you, brother. Stay safe. Good evening, my end to watch family. Eddie, we can't wait to have you with us again. I am, I'm riding Dan's bike this year. This is I get the honor and privilege of riding for Deputy Sheldon Whiteman, and we'll talk about that another time. But or I'll talk about that in one of my personal lives. But the bike that I'm on this year was Daniel Grove's bike last year. And I sent Eddie some pictures, and I'm honored and humbled. I'm really happy to do that. So, hi, Cynthia. Good evening. Denny Arazo again. Thanks for stopping in Galt. Great to meet you, Cynthia, Sammy, David, and Neo. Again, this is another one of these connections that we made while we stopped in Galt this afternoon. Emily Nazimko, thank you for what you do. Adam is my brother, and I couldn't be there today, but means the world. Thank you, Emily. We're humbled and we're honored. Send us a message. I don't know if you're in the area or where you're going to be, but a lot of times when families miss us at the departments, they're always able to catch up with us somewhere else. And we will always make time for family. So even if it's at a hotel or at whatever, we will make time. So please reach out to us via personal message or private message, and somebody will get back to you. We would love to let you see your brother on the memorial and love to meet you if you get a chance. So Emily, again, thank you for reaching out. Jerry Bishop, hello, EW fam. Tammy Roberts. I'm Richard's wife, the one driving the truck. Hi, Tammy. Hey, you know what? Thank you for sharing Richard for us this summer. Again, he's done an amazing job. In fact, today he proved his worth when we pulled into Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. Literally, there were inches to spare, and he got that truck in where he needed to get it into without fail. So, again, thank you for sharing Richard with us this summer, and I guarantee you he will come back as a changed man, because this is an amazing opportunity to be a part of. And then Tammy follows up with saying that she'll get to meet us more Waycross, Georgia, and Jefferson, Georgia. Yeah, we're looking forward to Georgia. We got a lot going on in Georgia this year, so really looking forward to Georgia. Tracy Sullivan, hi Tracy. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching tonight. I love you and miss you. Can't wait to see you in Texas in a couple weeks. Tracy is one of our survivors, and she spent some time with us last year, and she's going to spend some time with us again this year, I hope. But she's definitely going to see us while we're in Houston for a couple days. So, again, loves to all of our survivors, and from all years, anybody that we've run across. But Tracy just really has a special place in our heart. Janie Moose, safe travels. Thank you very much. Rick Malone, thank you very much. Safe travels. Denny Arazo, that I'm not sure what that refers to, but anyway. Again, thank you all. I can't thank you enough for your support, for watching these lives, for those of all of the families who support us that are out here doing this for however long we're out here. Some of us are out here for 79 days. Some of us are out here for half. Some are out here for a couple of weeks. This is all time away from our families, but you know what? It's here. We're here for the families of these fallen heroes. When it's all said and done, we all get to come home, and their loved ones don't. And that's the mission. That's what we need to prove to them, that their sacrifice won't go forgotten. They are the heroes that are left behind, and absolutely need to know that they're loved, and we're out here giving that love every single day. So thank you all. I love you all. Thank you for putting up with me tonight. You will most likely have me again tomorrow night. And Melissa just said, I wish I could have helped Lance cook for y'all. Are you telling me you would be better, Melissa? Is that what you're saying? Do I need to go downstairs and let Lance know that? No, I'm just kidding. So, but again, thank you all. Love you all. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sharing. Please, 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 if you see Leos out there, give them a hug. Just let them know that you appreciate what they do. They're out there putting their lives on the line for us as a community every single day. And, we say it all the time, we've got 608 heroes on our trailer that we're traveling around the country with this year, but they don't have to make that ultimate sacrifice to be a hero. Every single one of our beautiful law enforcement officers that are out there that put that uniform on every day to protect their community are already heroes. So make sure when you see them out there, just give them a handshake, give them a hug, tell them you appreciate what they're doing. It means the world. They love to hear that the community supports them. So I love you all. Thank you very much. Keep us in your prayers. Like I said, we've got a couple long days of riding ahead of us down here in Southern California, Nevada, New Mexico, and Arizona, in the desert and the hot. So keep us in your prayers, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Love you all. Thank you.